We're going to go over today's risks. I appreciate you being here. We're going to show you the weather models and get all that going. We'll remind folks right up here that is the model time. That shows the timing of some of these storms, but appreciate you all joining from Facebook, YouTube, as well as our wonderful TikTok friends. Let's go ahead and give you a deep dive here as best as we possibly can. Again, I appreciate you all joining. We're going to go over the risks today. Our risks for today, we do have the outlined in the orange, way up in areas of Billings, Montana. That's a pretty significant risk that we got going on there. That probability for tornadoes is quite great up in the Billings, Montana area. We expect that later this afternoon, as you can see down below with that ticker going there. Appreciate you all joining us. We're going to take a look at the Nebraska area because I do want to see some of those storms, see how they fire up in areas of Nebraska. And the timeline over by Chadron, Hemingford, and Scottsbluff area looks like sometime after 5 p.m. over east of Cheyenne there. Yeah, Cheyenne, Wyoming. What about Somerset? I'll take a look at that here. So this is looking like it's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. Lamar area of Nebraska and Yuma, that could end up sparking some storms down there. Possibility of tornadic activity sometime in the late evening hours, but not going to hold to that. These weather models are having a little bit of a struggle to put that together. Somerset, Kentucky, somebody asked about. Let's go over to Kentucky. So the timing on that, we've got some storms. Again, this is an estimate. We do have some storms. You guys are in a slight risk. Or no, not a slight risk. I apologize. You're at general thunderstorms for today for Somerset. So this doesn't look. This looks more like garden variety type showers. Doesn't look like anything real significant. Areas of Tennessee. Let's go down to Tennessee. Again, you guys in Tennessee today are in the general thunderstorms in areas of Tennessee. Hang on one second. That might not be true. Let's verify this got updated. One second. There we go. For some reason, the SPC website that I went through, oh, that's for tomorrow. Goodness gracious. There we go. Now we got the right information. Okay, I was going to say that radar looked a little bit more intense. So over in areas of Kentucky and Nashville, Tennessee, you guys do have a marginal risk. And these do look kind of intense and gnarly, but I would say you're probably going to have, you won't have that risk for tornado activity. And that's obviously, you can see it's not outlined in a green area, so less than 2% for there. Let's go ahead and take care of Georgia before page 9 goes bonkers here. I appreciate you not spamming through the chat. I know you want to be heard, and I appreciate that very much. So areas of Georgia, you guys are in general thunderstorms today. Your risk for today, general thunderstorms, not expecting anything huge. Again, these weather models could change, so just stay weather aware today. But general thunderstorms just generally means garden variety type showers, not anything real significant. Let's see, we had somebody else that was asking a question about another area. Let's verify what that was here, 1 second. Somebody asked about Dallas area, asked about Houston. Bellas, why are you saying, yeah, I realize if Bellas, if you're saying that this wasn't accurate when I was going through some of the information, yeah, earlier. But This is accurate as of the latest information from the Storm Prediction Center. Texas area, you are expecting to have some significant storms as you brew up for day one. That's in the Lubbock area, Wichita Falls, marginal risk. Again, areas of northern Texas, Amarillo area. If you look at this, it's about 8:52 p.m. This is looking at the NAM 3K. Check Houston and Dallas, Texas area. As you can see, Dallas is in the general thunderstorms area. You guys have been really getting bombarded. Ava Branson, Missouri, Oklahoma, please. Let me check Houston area and then show. So it looks like Houston area, general thunderstorms right now, expected sometime after 7 p.m. A little bit heavier bands of some rain showers, but nothing significant is expected in the Houston area, as you can see right there. Hopefully you guys can start drying out in that area. All right, areas of Oklahoma. Let's get that taken care of here. I will check Wichita Falls here very shortly. All right, areas of Oklahoma, looks like your storms are going to be firing up later in the day, in the evening hours after 5. You can see Dumas and Woodward areas are in a slight risk. Elk City is a marginal risk. So we kind of go through there. This is on the 14th. Looks a little bit more impactful for areas on the 14th. If we take a look quick at day 2, there's day 2. It looks kind of the same areas for the risks. For day 2, day 1 is over here. Can you check Chickasaw? Somebody wanted me to check Chickasaw area. So this is a look at tomorrow around 11 o'clock. If we back this up here, again today, expecting some generalized thunderstorms, marginally severe in the Oklahoma Chickasaw area, but then tomorrow around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, you could end up having more significant weather. I suspect that the Storm Prediction Center will probably be moving the slight risk tomorrow, or if not later today with their 3 o'clock update, they'll probably be moving this slight risk a little bit further over to Chickasaw area in Oklahoma. As far as probabilities, tornadoes, you're less than 2% for Omaha or the Oklahoma area. Wisconsin area, that's one that I did not put on my map because I wasn't expecting anything in the Wisconsin area. But we'll take a look at Wisconsin area here. Back this up a little bit. Some generalized thunderstorms, not anything huge expected in areas of Wisconsin. Northern Wisconsin, you can see about noontime or 9 o'clock has some storms, generalized storms up there, but nothing expected for severe wise. Milwaukee, Tuesday and Wednesday. That's out too far. I'm not going to go through that. The reason I don't go through those is that can change way too much. I could give you your generalized risks and go day 5, I believe Tuesday and Wednesday would be. Let's verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, day 4 and 5. So 5 and 6. So this is day 5. Again, don't have any risks that I can show you for the tornadic risks for Wisconsin area for day 5 or day 6. This is just probabilistic. So as you get into Tuesday and Wednesday, Barbaro, Milwaukee area, Sheboygan, we do expect some pretty significant storms to be impacting those areas. That's all I can give you as far as the that far out. Grant Grant loves Tennessee, Knoxville area. So today's risk for Tennessee, Knoxville area. You're welcome, Grant loves. You get to Tennessee. I apologize. All right, so today, Knoxville area, we're expecting a few light general thunderstorms, but most of that severe weather does try to ramp up as we get into tomorrow. Again, I'll show you those risks for tomorrow. Still showing general thunderstorms, but based on what I see here, Knoxville area, I would suspect that you'll probably be more of in a general uh, or a marginal risk at least in Knoxville sometime tomorrow afternoon. That would be my estimate. All right, so today's risks overall, we do have areas of concern for western part of Nebraska. Again, west of Kearney, Nebraska, Grand Island area, down here in Colby and Garden City, Kansas area, and then all the way down into western panhandle area of Oklahoma and Dumas, Texas area. Florida, I did not have that on my radar here, but I'll take a look at that. Timing for Florida area, let's take a look at that. Again, you guys in the Florida area are under generalized thunderstorms. Nothing real significant is expected. Uh, again, reminding folks right here is the model time. This is the last update for the NAM 3K was 2 o'clock this morning. So obviously, if we want to see HRRR, I can kind of show that, but not expecting anything huge. If you live in like the Tallahassee area, it looks like around 2 o'clock or 3 p.m. Cape Coral. Cape Coral sometime afternoon. You got some generalized thunderstorms, not expecting anything for significant severe weather at all over the next 24 to 48 hours. So Zing Fei, I hope that helps you out. Back out to the US here. And again, main thing that I want to point out is some significant severe weather as well as tornadic activity is expected in the Great Falls, Billings, Montana area. Let's kind of hit that a little bit here. These are estimates. It looks like the timing is going to be sometime after 3 p.m. local time. And let's switch gears and go over to another weather model here real quick. I appreciate the follows, everybody. If you're not following, I only got 3 new followers on here. It's crazy. But I know it's kind of a slow weather day right now, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at a different weather model here, and I'll show you. All right, we'll take a look right here. Wait for that to load. Noli66, thank you very much for the follow, Linda Lou. I appreciate you sharing the live. How's Monday for Minnesota? I'll take a look at Minnesota here in just a moment. All right, so what I wanted to kind of show you real quick is the area of concern here for the 5% risk of tornadic activity. I know not a lot of you folks, followers, are in Montana area maybe, but still a concern if you may have friends and that type of thing. So we do look at like 4 p.m. We expect a lot of chasers to be over in these storms here in Great Falls, Helena, Winifred, and Lewistown. This is in Montana. Big sky country. And the timing of that looks to be done by 9 p.m. Few lingering thunderstorms trying to fire back up in around 11 p.m. local time, but not expecting it to be too significant. Main thing is going to be in between that 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. time frame for areas of Montana, highest risk for some of those tornado activity. Monday for Minnesota, let's go ahead and take a look at that here. And then Mike Hirschfield, 53546. Okay, I'll take a look at that here in 1 second. Back to our reflective outlook, I do have to switch between weather models here in order to see that far out to Monday for Minnesota. Let me load that here, and then we'll get you guys in Minnesota here as best as we can. Be 1 second. It's still loading it, so just give me a moment. It's got 52 hours of Randy S. Is San Antonio and Galveston okay with storms? San Antonio, you guys are expected to be okay, and I apologize I missed you. You were ahead of the one for Minnesota, I believe. So let's make sure we could check that. San Antonio, not expecting anything real significant in San Antonio today. So hopefully maybe some time to dry out for Galveston and you guys. I know you guys have been under the flooding quite regularly here. Florida's okay. Sherry, Bradford, you got general thunderstorms this afternoon. Nothing severe wise expected in Florida. All right, Monday for Minnesota. This is look at Minnesota, and we'll try to get out to Monday. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get that far out with this weather model. The 16th. Well, yeah, we can't get out that far to Monday for the 16th. The best I could do at this point would be show you the risks. 1 second here. Go to day 4. You have that probabilistic of some severe weather expected for Monday. So stay weather aware if you're in areas of Minnesota for Monday. Areas of Wisconsin, you would be more under the gun for your day 6. Day 6, which would be Tuesday into Wednesday. And then that would also cover areas of concern for eastern part of Iowa and then like the Chicago, Peoria area. You're welcome. So Mike's asking about a specific weather, what the weather is expected. I'm not a meteorologist. The best that I could do for giving you a pinpoint accuracy for weather-wise, I can give you guys estimates of temperatures based on a weather model, but that's really all I can do. Let me just go ahead and put that weather model back up here. I appreciate you staying with me, Mike. And it just takes a moment for me to clear out this, and I'll put those temperatures up here. All right, so hopefully you can see your general area here. I'm going to load the next 52 hours of information here and see if If you have a specific day, it's a little tricky. I mean, honestly, the another way that I could go is I could just go ahead and um, check out weather.gov, but it's not as interesting. All right, so hopefully we see your area. As you can see, there's quite a bit of cool air in there. Yes, Mesomat, it's definitely going to be crazy wild. And I don't have my vacation starting until the end from my regular job until the end of June, but I have heard that end of June is going to be pretty wild as well. So hopefully that holds true because I would love to do some storm chasing in the field. So it is going to be nuts. I appreciate you joining here as always, Mesomat. All right, so Wisconsin area, if we look at the temperatures around 4 o'clock tomorrow, it's still going to be in the 70s. Look at that. Going to cool off. This is a look at the 15th, 50s at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's not too bad. That's the best that I could do, Mike. I wish I could do a little bit better, but that's the best that I could do. Let me kind of show you guys some dew points estimates here, and you guys can see that load in here. Just one moment. And then you'll be able to kind of see why we're expecting some of this severe weather. All right, we got 43 hours, 44, 48. There's 52 hours. All right, go ahead. All right, let me kind of show you why we're expecting this pattern here. If we go to this afternoon, we'll kind of pinpoint areas where the biggest concern is. Look at this. We got 59-degree dew points here. That's not real significant, but when you got the dew points in the 30s over here, that's why we're expecting some of these areas up here to have that risk for today for the severe weather. We got drier air and then moist air right there. And then if we progress this along a little bit further, as we get into the evening hours, take a look at this. We got 65-degree dew point, nearly 70 over by west of North Platte. And again, this is where we're expecting some of the wind risk and hail risk as well for areas because we got that drier air, drier, cooler air, as well as this moist air matching up with there and just kind of battling it out. We go a little bit further, we can see those dew points. Can certainly see the dew points get a little bit more of a difference here. Look at that 30-degree dew point over here, 65. So, you know, pretty dry air there, but very muggy all around. Look at those 60s, 70s. Going to be a very moist situation over the next couple of days, but that would be in areas of Nebraska, and there's going to be a lot going on. Let me go ahead and show you all of the SPC outlooks here. This is day one. The slight risk is day one would be today. So this is a slight risk for the yellow, and the enhanced risk is in the orange. And then we got the marginal risk for severe weather in areas in the dark green. That includes areas of Kentucky, includes parts of central Tennessee, all the way down to areas of Alabama and extreme southeast portions of Louisiana, and then pretty much all of Mississippi there is included in that marginal risk. Minneapolis, general thunderstorms is expected today. The probabilistic view for tornadoes at this point, again, that's encompassed over in Great Falls, Billings, Montana, stretching all the way over there. And your hail risks for today. That is pretty significant, again, in Great Falls, Billings, Montana area. Also, areas of Rapid City has that 15% risk for hail all the way down to Garden City, as well as even areas of Oklahoma by Dumas, Texas area. All right, and then the wind threat for today, if we zoom that back out a little bit here, That wind threat again is 15% in the yellow, 5% in the brown. So just stay weather aware for today. And then day 2, tomorrow. Let's pull that up. Again, areas of Rapid City, South Dakota, over in that Sandhills area of Nebraska. You got that 15% for the wind. The hail threat, again, 15% there as well. And the tornado threat, that does encompass extreme western portion of South Dakota, extreme northeastern portion of Wyoming, and extreme southeast portion of Montana, and then encompasses a little bit more of a larger area for the tornado risk for tomorrow. The categorical outlook, you got a large area of marginal risk, and I would actually suspect that this is probably going to go, the slight risk is going to be going down a little bit further south than where it is right now, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Day 3, plains, big time. Still expecting a lot of severe weather in the plains where I live. Probabilistic is all we can go out for day 3. So again, possibility of some tornadoes in there as well in day 3, which would end up being your Sunday. As we go to the probabilistic views for day 4, which is going to be Monday, almost all of South Dakota is going to be in some, as well as portions of Minnesota and Iowa are all going to be in some type of severe weather risk. We don't have the specifics because day 4 they don't give, they just give probabilistics. They don't give categorical outlooks for that. Day 5, isolated to your areas of Nebraska and northern Kansas at this point. Day 6, if we go to day 6, that would be Tuesday and Wednesday. We're looking at Milwaukee area, Chicago, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Milan, Missouri. And we'll take a look at day 7. Thankfully, nothing expected right now there, but that definitely, in my opinion, is going to change day 7 and day 8. So they don't have any probabilistic views any further out. So as far as Daytona, Ohio goes, you guys are in general thunderstorms for today and tomorrow and day 3. Again, not really showing much for those areas, but these are all there. Hey, NTX weather, howdy, howdy. Lawton, Oklahoma right now. Lawton, Oklahoma. You want a live view of Lawton, Oklahoma? I could certainly take a look at that. Trying to get the radar to pull up for me. 1 second. Thanks for heart me's and NTX weather. I appreciate it. All right, so right now we don't have anything severe. It's 30% probability, and the reason why I say we don't have anything severe is because we don't have anything that's suggesting. Let me go to this other option here. Yeah, there's no severe thunderstorm warnings issued right now. However, if we go back in here a little bit further, let's go ahead and play this out here. I am on Lawton, Oklahoma. You guys have marginal risk in Lawton, Oklahoma for today. I could give you timing. That's not a problem. I thought you wanted it right now. Oz of South Dakota, welcome. Okay, timing, I can certainly do that. That's a little bit easier for me to figure out because right now it doesn't look like there's anything really going on for there, but I will definitely take a look at Lawton. One second here, we'll clear this out. We'll take a look at timing for Lawton, Oklahoma here. One second, and I appreciate your patience. You know, forecasters on TV stations and all that, they have all this stuff so ready. I'm kind of a cheap guy, and I am not able to. My budget is much smaller, so I appreciate the patience. All right, so the timing on that again, Lawton, Oklahoma. HRRR is having a little bit of a struggle pulling up anything. It's going to be off and on. That's correct, NTX. Guys have that marginal risk for severe weather today. Again, tomorrow, day 3. So I'm going to say that likely some flooding is going to be possible in areas of Oklahoma over the next few days with all the rain that's expected off and on. All right. Looks like the chat is slowed down. I only got 3 new followers. Very slow day. Goodness. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm no longer going to be doing live broadcasts in the mornings for the outlooks. I will be doing pre-recorded videos of hitting some of the areas. Reason for that, busy schedule. Appreciate it, NTX Weather. I appreciate that. Appreciate the gifts. The reason for that is also I got a very busy schedule coming up and with work and all the crazy stuff. Also, I'm planning on doing some storm chasing in the field. So I know obviously the title of my stuff is that I'm a storm chaser, and I am. It's just I haven't gotten out too much because it hasn't been timing wise with regards to work and all of that. So what I'm planning on doing is once I have my vacation start, if there's any severe weather still ramping up, I'm planning on going in my chase vehicle and trying to see what we could capture. Hopefully, we could capture some good storm structure. So again, I'll make an official announcement later today, advising you all that all the videos that I do are going to be pre-recorded for the mornings, and then the only time that I'll go live in the studio would be if there's late breaking severe weather. Obviously, that depends on my work schedule as well, so I'm not always able to do that. But I appreciate everyone following. I have a new battle that's coming up here on um, Sunday. So, Creator Network that I'm with reached out and invited me to do a battle. So, I'm going to try and do that through my phone. So, I appreciate y'all joining if you have a chance. The time of that, one second here. I got to find what time it's at. Well, it's Sunday night. It's going to be Sunday night. This coming Sunday night, there's going to be a battle. So, the day so far is good. So, I do have to let you guys go. And you guys have a good rest of your day. Again, thanks NTX for the gifts. I appreciate it. Chrissy Fox. Also, Black Cat, I'm going to call you Mr. Memphis Questions because all I can see is that. All I can see is just Black Cat profile pic. So I don't know what to call you anymore. All right. So you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless.